Hey anglers, this is Juan Root of Kayak Fish PA and Juan Root Fishing. I usually don't do a whole lot of like product reviews and things like that, but I ran across something that piece of equipment that I recently picked up. I've done about 10 trips with it, and I just want to kind of put it out there for people to see. And you know, I've got nothing to do with this company, you know, but what I was looking for was a small, easy to use fly box that I could put on a lanyard or put to my, you know, stick on my gear, where I didn't have to have like a chest pack or a lot of things hanging off, because most of the time, once I set a pattern of the fish that I want to catch, I kind of just have a handful of flies that I'm going to use. So, you know, I was looking for a box that was lightweight too, because I took a trip to the Sierras last year and I really took too much gear, and things were just too heavy, and I wanted to cut weight. And so I was looking for something lightweight that could be loaded up with quite a few flies, would be handy to use. And this is what I came up with when I was looking around at tackle shops and so forth. I'm gonna put down my rod first. I just got done catching a nice brown trout behind me there. But so this is what I found. It's a C&F Design box. It's a really small box. Again, I don't have anything to do with the company in any way, shape, or form, but I just think it's a really solid piece of gear. Like I said, I've used it 10 different trips so far, and I really, really like it. You know, I do take a lot of flies with me, but you know, in the wintertime, usually I take some food and so forth, and I got my extra boxes in my backpack, my waterproof backpack behind me. But I liked something like this where I didn't have to wear a big chest pack with lots of stuff in it. And so it kind of matched up nicely with this little pouch that I have that goes with my Orvis waders. They're pro waders. So anyway, the CF box, it's got clips on it. I do wish the clips on it were a little bit sturdier. I haven't broken them, so I can't really say that I've broken the clips, but they're plastic. And I like the idea they're plastic because it makes them more lightweight, which is what I was looking for. So you almost have to have plastic, but you know, maybe it could be just a little bit more durable. I feel like after a time, maybe they're gonna wear out, but the clips are really nice because I could take them and just clip them to my little loops here on my wader, on my waders, and have this box right here ready to go. And what I typically do is load it up with a few different flies I use in a few different sizes, and that's what I was looking for. If you look at this box, it doesn't have any sides, right? So that makes it lightweight, but it also allows the flies to dry out too, which I thought was pretty cool. It's really small. I mean, it's you know, a little bit bigger than a wallet that's, you know, fat wallet or whatever, but it's kind of wallet diameters. So I like that a lot. It's about maybe a little bit less than an inch thick. So it opens up with a little thumb thing here. And so it just flips open. You can see this now. This is the part that I really liked about it. You know, I've got room for quite a few flies in here and quite a few different weights of flies. So really, especially in the wintertime when I'm fishing now and when I'm going to go into the Sierras, you're not going to load down on a lot of different flies because it's just not practical. And in the wintertime here, you know, there's a lot less stuff that the fish, you know, could eat, you know, or want to eat. And so I loaded this mostly up with big and small nymphs and some other squirmy worms and things like that. Some eggs, you know, a couple eggs are in there. So you can see how I loaded that up for kind of a day on the water. And you know, if I have to dig in my boxes back here and switch up to catch fish and I change up, I can always pull some of these flies out if something else is working, and then throw 3 or 4 of those flies in this box. So it'll hold woolly buggers and so forth. I don't know what sizes. I mean, I would probably go down to about a size 8 in here, maybe a size 6 fly. But it holds a ton of nymphs, as you can see, in the foam slot. So it's got foam slots here. The other thing that's cool about it is that it's got these magnets here. So really strong magnets that I can actually dry my flies before I put them back in the foam. And so, or I can even put some midges on here if I wanted to. If I had some small midges, just throw some midges on there. It's just extra flies, you know, instead of having to carry the midges. The magnet's really strong. I haven't lost a fly off here yet in 10 days. And I put some pretty big, like I put up to size 8 fly on here and 10s, and they held fine. I had some 10 small streamers and they held just fine on the box. So again, it's lightweight. It weighs like 2 ounces. I weighed this thing for my backpacking trip. I was like, well, how much does that weigh? It weighed like 2 ounces, so that's nice. It's small. It aerates the flies so they dry out. It's got the magnets, the foam, and it even has, if you want to, if you have a vest, apparently that little little pin right here. You could actually just put it on your vest too if you want to wear it on your vest. I like it because, again, you know, one of the positives I think of this thing is really that you can carry a lot of flies in it, and you just flip it open and boom, you got them ready to go there. Little thumb thing. But the cool thing is you can also put it on a fishing vest if you have one, or a jacket or something like that, if you don't mind throwing a hole in your jacket or whatever. But it's better than a patch in my mind, because it's still only 1 to 2 ounces, and it protects the fly so you don't brush them off. I know that when I've had patches on gear in the past, I've, you know, brushed the flies off and lost flies that way, and this way it kind of protects the flies from being brushed off. So, you know, the C&F Design box, I really like it. The cost is pretty high. I really had to think long and hard before I picked it up. It's like 28 bucks. So for a piece of small plastic like this, that's, to me, you know, that's a high price. But when I started using it, you know, and found out how useful it was, I really thought, like, okay, that is a lot, you know. I wish the clips were a little bit more sturdy. Wish they held things on a little. They have little gaps in them, so I don't like the gaps, because sometimes you know, the clip comes undone a little bit. But you know, for something you could throw on a lanyard, you could clip to your vest. You can throw on your loops on the front of your waders if they have loops on them like mine do. I mean, it's totally awesome. And then when I pair it with my Orvis bag that comes with my waders, I literally have everything here, tippet and everything that I need to fish for a day. I've had to get my backpack maybe like twice in 10 trips out, because I was able to carry enough flies in here to catch fish during the day. So it is a pretty cool little product. I like it a lot. Again, got nothing to do with the company. Do I think it's worth the 28 bucks? I think for me personally, it definitely is worth the $28, because it's made my fishing so much easier. You know, I don't have to be like chest pack and all kinds of crazy stuff. And like I said, for backpacking, for me, this is going to be a great solution, because it's only 2 ounces unloaded, and that's exactly what I was looking for. It's small, and I can fit a lot of flies in here to take with me up in the high Sierras. And so this is really, really, to me, it was worth the money. But I definitely had to think long and hard about it. If you have any follow-up or any questions about anything about this, go ahead and make some comments below in the video. Ask any question you want about the product. Again, I got nothing to do with the company. I'm just out here kind of like doing a public service, because once I started to use it, like I said, I wasn't too hep on the 28 bucks. But once I started using it, I just came around like, okay, that was a good $28 spent, you know, and hopefully it'll last. You know, if something happens to it, I'll do a follow-up video and I'll let you know. But I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay for the most part, unless I fall on or sit on it, right? That pretty much wraps it up for this kind of product review. It's not really full review. Kind of wraps it up for the product review anglers. So get out there, fish more, stress less, and have a great day.